are those voices? Where am I? I know this place. I've been here before. I've been here my entire life. I'm trapped in here. These stairs. I'm climbing these stairs again. I need to get out. The voices are calling me. My old music box. It's broken. I have to fix my old music box. I have to get it. I have to... Those horrible dreams again. I've had them repeatedly ever since my mother died and left me that music box in her will. Harry always said that old family heirloom had something to do with my family's strange disease. If the doctors won't give us an answer about your illness, I'll search for one myself, you said. And in that search, it seems you lost yourself. I don't think I'd ever...
Pardon me, madam, but the island is in sight. We'll be lowering the boat in just a minute.
Oh, thank you so much, Captain Hodgson. I'll be right out. All right. Time to gather my things. I'm definitely going to miss this bed. Falling asleep to the ship's rocking was delightful. I'd always dreamed of traveling. I was not the same without you, Harry. I think I've overpacked. Captain Hodgson has a very particular taste when it comes to decor. Oh, I'd better cover up my hands before I leave the cabin. I wouldn't want anyone thinking I'm a circus freak. I received a mysterious package at my house. I stored all its contents in my locked suitcase. Ah, the amazing adventures of Nora Everhart, art teacher. Oh my, I have the worst memory. I forgot the combination again. Thank goodness I always bring my journal with me to write things down. All right, now it's open. Harry Everhart, my husband, my partner, and my dear old pal. A brass key with the letters CW engraved on it, and some enigmatic instructions. I saw this island in one of my unsettling dreams. I drew it as soon as I woke up. This strange and sharp relic came in the package I received at home. Merveilles de mer du Sud. Marvels of the Southern Seas, I think. Okay, Nora. From here on out, you're on your own.
Lower the motorboat and be careful with Mrs. Everhart's equipment, lads. We'll be back to pick you up in 3 days. I really hope you find your husband there, madam.
I hope it too. I'll see you in 3 days then.
But please be careful on that island. You know what the legends say about it?
I'll take care. Thank you, Captain Hodgson. Well, here I am, in the middle of the ocean after traveling across half the world. Just miles away from where my husband is supposed to be. You left a year ago to search for a cure for my affliction. Your letters kept me close to you, but suddenly they stopped coming. What happened, Opal? What did you find? Whatever it was, it led you to hire a crew and set sail from San Francisco to Tahiti. And from there, to this place. An island in the middle of the Pacific that the locals refuse to even name. Everything is familiar. So familiar. As impossible as that may sound. Is this the island I dreamed about? This can't be a coincidence. Breathtaking, idyllic island, surrounded by deadly reefs and protected with stakes to keep anybody from entering. Why? There's definitely something strange about this place. Okay, Harry. Let's see if I can find any trace of you around here. A tent. So somebody was on this island recently. This machete is completely worn down. The blade is dull. A note written in French. I only understand 2 words, île and mort, island and death. It must be a warning about the dangers of the island. I feel quite good. I dare say I might even walk a little faster than usual. Those markings seem to represent the sea. I'll make a note of them in my journal. It might come in handy. Looks like it opens from the other side. It may look peaceful, but clearly somebody wants to keep outsiders off this island. A carving tool. This box. CW. Those are the initials on the brass key. It opens it. So whoever sent me this key was here. This is starting to look like a scavenger hunt. From what I've read, the Polynesians don't need doors. So why build such a big one? Well, that did something. Something's missing here. What a lovely flower offering. Well, look what's hidden here. It works. This may be the first time I trespass a private property. My childhood in Newburyport wasn't exactly the most thrilling thing. Is that Harry? Harry, you were here! You were here and I found you, damn it. Where are you now? Where is everybody? Where did you and all your crew go? Lady Shannon? That name sounds familiar. I'd better check my journal. This reminds me of those slot machines that Harry and I saw at the Atlantic City Pier. But a Polynesian version. A mechanical bridge? That doesn't fit in with Polynesian traditions either. It's been years since I took such a long walk. This fresh air is doing me wonders. What a beautiful mountainous landscape. This sort of pond is a Polynesian fishing technique. There's another symbol inside it. And I thought Colorado was too far from home when we moved there. Now that I've crossed half the world, I wouldn't mind crossing the other half. But I have to do it with you, old pal. Rays of sunlight shining through. Another symbol. Oh my, this is so beautiful. What were these birds called? Lorikeets. Cole's lorikeets. There are lorikeet feathers scattered around this unu. I'll draw the symbol in my journal. A shortcut. That's convenient. Harry said that he would go to the end of the world to find a cure. And by the looks of it, he wasn't lying. We promised we'd never lie to each other from the moment we started dating, no matter how harsh the truth.
I guess I hit the jackpot.
That's my ticket across the river then. Steady now. How long have I been walking? I've lost track of the time. Wow, what is this place? I better have a look around this abandoned village. Harry's crew might have stayed here. This enormous stone slab looks like a mechanism to get up to the outcrop. Something missing here. They're composed of 4 pieces. I've never cared much for games of chance. This fella sounds pretty hot-headed. Blowing an ancient hatch with dynamite sounds like a fool's errand to me. Ooh, looks like someone didn't like you very much, Harry. They were packing a lot of heat when they came to this island, but they took all the guns with them. Quite a looker. A fashion model, maybe. Looks like this fellow was a real heartbreaker. His real name was Costas? I'm not sure what to expect on this island, but I hope I won't regret not having a gun. Who worries this much about their appearance in a place like this? Nice comb. It's some sort of Polynesian coat of arms. Is that an octopus? A tiki, like something straight out of an adventure novel. The Everhard expedition. They set up camp here. Could these tikis be some sort of guardians? Looks like some of the crew members didn't get along too well. A forbidden ritual? fascinating.
Let me record it. So, you said you've been on this island before.
Yes. Some years ago. I made a rookie mistake. I did it from my fishing route to go to what looked like a better spot. Less than an hour had gone. By when suddenly, my bar, my canoe overturned. And I got this lovely souvenir from that mistake.
Heavens, what gave you that scar?
It's not a what, but a who. I don't know. I didn't get a good look at it. But it seemed like a sea creature I never seen. Anyway, I was lucky enough to reach that white sand beach. The one where we landed on the island. A man came 3 days later and got me out of there. He brought me to the port of Pobлагодарить without speaking a single word. Time passed, and I promised myself that I would go on with my life and forget about the damn island.
Why did you agree to return to the island then?
I need to know what happened to me, to discover the truth. I don't know if you get me.
Absolutely.
So now you believe in magic, old pal? Polynesian man covered in tattoos. I'm not sure if he looks angry or scared. Well, what well? Damn it. Someone on the expedition died. A farewell message from a friend. I never thought that this expedition would cause anybody's death. I'm sure Harry never thought so either. If he'd known this was going to happen, he'd never have come here. Explosives. Looks dangerous. Did they use all the dynamite? What a delicate piece of craftsmanship. He seems confused, as if he was having a hard time writing this down. I hadn't been close to a grave since my mother's burial. Shortly after she died, my lovely Dalmatian spots, as Harry used to call them, appeared. I thought it was nothing at first. Oh, I must have found the luxury huts. Pretty swanky. Look at him. Giddy as a schoolboy. Icor? I've seen Harry keep even restaurant checks for bookkeeping. He would never tear up a piece of valuable information. Got it.
It's been ripped out of something else.
More drawings. Considering how poorly Harry draws, this isn't half bad. Interesting. You put together quite an expedition, Harry, and all just for little old me. This explains why the campsite is nearly abandoned. Other planes of existence? That's bats.
My dear old pal, I know you won't ever read this letter, but I'm accustomed to writing you and it comforts me in this strange place. This island is riddled with secrets. So many secrets. But I'm not only talking about mechanisms and contraptions, Nora. I dare say that something on the island clouds one's judgment. Otherwise, I don't have an explanation for Roy's actions. The man was arrogant, impulsive, and a little cocky, but he was no fool. We weren't friends by any means, but he didn't deserve what happened to him. We may have made some progress in finding the cure for your illness, but at what price? I miss you so much, Nora. Harry.
He may not say it explicitly, but Harry blames himself for Roy's death. I know him too well. And I miss you too, Harry. Where did you get this strange device, Harry? I'm not really sure how this thingamajig works, or what to do with it. The parts of the tiki on this column seem movable. Secret compartment. What kind of stone is this? I've never seen any substance quite like it. It feels disturbing. Jeepers, a stranded ship. Something's missing here. Look at this little fellow. An amulet with a carved Marquesian cross. The symbol represents balance and protection. How is that possible? What fascinating technology. Oh my! Oh my goodness, what happened here? Heavens, he's losing his mind. Erythrocytes. Aren't those red? Is this a picture of my hand? Those spots look all too familiar. Cripes! This man was splashed with that black liquid. Whoever took this picture must have a really cool head. Ugh, I can't stand the smell of medical equipment. Reminds me of my illness. I'd better not touch it. Given what happened, they shouldn't have either. Is this stone structure a hatch of some sort? Well then, I'm going down. Come on, Nora. Deep breath. Is somebody whispering? Hello? Is anyone down here? This eye, is it calling to me? Another eye. I hear whispering. I hear it. I'd better draw it just in case. The whispering, it stopped. Was I imagining all that? Maybe he heard the whispers too. You were close to something here, Harry. Let me see if I can solve it. This looks like another job by Handyman Harry. Well, that was easy. This should save some time. The Harry Everhard I know would never have given up on this. Something must have happened that kept him from solving it. Black ooze. In a telescope? Yes, I think I solved it. I wonder what I might be able to see with this lens. I wonder what I might be able to see with this lens. It fits. What? What on earth? What is happening? My God, what was that I saw? What were those stars? Great Scott! Oh, the well is filling up. That's black ooze. No. What's happening? What's happening? I'm feeling faint again. I can't stay on my feet. What is this? Where am I? Am I dreaming again? This is different. It isn't my recurring dream. I can't stop walking. My legs aren't responding. Holy Moses, what is that creature on the horizon? Wait a moment. No! Ah! I can breathe. Underwater. I have to get back. I have to find... What is that? What kind of creature is this? I need to get a closer look. What happened? Oh, how did I get to this beach? Oh, I have a terrible headache. That ship, torn apart and cast so far up the beach. What on earth could have happened to it? My God. The ship's hull was ripped open. A few jagged rocks couldn't have caused a gash of this size. This place gives me the creeps. I can't see any trace of the ship's crew, nor their remains. That's a doornail. Nope, wrong. I'll try again. Now, what exactly did I turn on? voice? Is that Harry? No, just a recording.
Unaccounted for. 5 of us have survived, but we're stranded on this island.
The ship was whaling not far from here. This is the captain's last entry.
74 nautical miles east of Tahiti. The Lady Shannon has run aground.
Even the crew of the ship that brought Harry's expedition to this island were afraid of it.
Have survived, but we're stranded on this island. Please send help immediately. This is a distress call from the Everhart expedition. 74 nautical miles east of Tahiti.
Frank is certainly a resourceful man.
Its crew is unaccounted for. 5 of us have survived, but we're stranded.
What were you
on this
looking for in
island.
the heart of the island?
Please send help immediately. This is a distress call from the Everhart expedition. 74
Maybe the
nautical
legend
miles
is more real
east
than
of
it
Tahiti.
seems.
The Lady Shannon has run aground. Its crew is unaccounted for. 5 of us have
These knobs
survived,
must control the
but we're
vibrations
stranded
inside
on
this chamber.
island. Please send help immediately. This is a distress call from the Everhart expedition. 74 nautical miles east of Tahiti. The Lady Shannon has run aground. Its crew is unaccounted for. 5 of us have survived, but we're stranded on this island. Please send help immediately. This is a distress call from the Everhart expedition. 74 nautical miles east of Tahiti. The Lady Shannon has run aground. Its crew is unaccounted for. 5 of us have survived, but we're stranded on this island. Please send help immediately. This is a distress call from the Everhart expedition. 74 nautical miles east of Tahiti. The Lady Shannon has run aground. Its crew is unaccounted for. 5 of us have survived, but we're stranded on this island. Please send help immediately.
I'd better write down those numbers in my journal. I'd better write down those numbers in my journal.
Expedition. 74 nautical miles east of Tahiti. The Lady Shannon has run aground. Its crew is unaccounted for. 5 of us.
And I was completely covered in that black goo. I wonder what it'll do to me. Only God knows how long I've been covered in this black liquid. I wonder what it's going to do to me. Although I doubt anything could be worse than my illness. dear. Looks like they took items from the stranded ship. The menu is rather limited here. Oh dear, this dock was a certifiable loon. The doctor was certainly well supplied with all kinds of substances. These medical tools are hair-raising. I'm glad you stayed by his side, whoever you are. These two fellows seem to get along pretty well. I don't know if someone in the expedition was a cook, but I really hope they didn't rely on Harry for it. When he lived in the dormitory, the expedition only has 5 members now. Never heard of this Eric Zahn fella. A pulp magazine. I love Chandra Hogarth stories. A portable typewriter. Someone here had a green thumb. Photographic film. Oh my. Goodness me, what a collection of happy news. I believe Harry visited this exposition when he was looking for answers for my illness. This picture is taken from a distance. What is he doing? Floating rocks? Those footprints definitely do not look human. My God, look at his contorted face. Is this what's going to happen to me?
Is this recording?
Mm-hmm.
Well, shouldn't we be listening to something, Frank?
I have assembled and disassembled it twice. So it should be fixed, Mr. Everhart. I don't know. Maybe it was never meant to play music.
DeWitt, where have you been this whole time?
Oh my God. He's got a knife.
Get off me, you lunatic! Hold him! Hold him for Christ's sake! Call J. Rowan, quick!
Wow, look at the size of these stones. What kind of doodad is this? It's well tuned. I expected no less from you, old pal. These symbols are linked to the piano keys. A rock stained with black ooze. Looks like the prototype of something. I hope you didn't borrow this slide projector from the University of Denver, old pal. A rock stained with black ooze. Looks like the prototype of something. Captain Hodgson told me that knowing the lunar cycles is useful for better navigation at night. So Harry probably took this calendar from the Lady Shannon. How can someone build something like this out of stone? You always did have a good ear, Harry. Sometimes I still doubt whether this isn't just some ghastly dream. It's curious, but it's the first time since I got sick that I feel useful. Harry is depending on me, and not the other way around. What odd structure. It doesn't look like a building, though. Of improvised workshop. This must be the highest part of the island. And that diamond shape again. How striking. You made it work, Harry. Now it's my turn. So this is the reason the ship was scavenged. What kind of machine were you building? Blowtorch. Looks like it's been used. When I get back home, I'm going to read up on engineering. I've been interested in knowing how things work since I was a child, but I always thought technology wasn't for me. What nonsense. That huge stone door looks like an exit. How does it open? This ornate structure certainly isn't natural, but not man-made either. This feels ominous.
My dear old pal, I think I'm getting closer to understanding what is happening to you. But it is taking a toll on my sanity. As fascinating as this island and its ancient and unfathomable wonders may seem, it's also a place plagued with misfortune and calamities. We lost Roy at the campsite. We almost lost our engineer on this beach. The doctor went mad and stabbed him with a strange knife. And all because of this island, Nora. Initially, we were optimistic and in high spirits, but now we've all become resentful and discouraged. Even I can feel how I am constantly assaulted by dark thoughts. Anyway, if what I am going through here helps me find you a cure, it'll have been worth it. I hope to find an answer in the temple on that mountain peak. Love you always, Harry.
Poor Harry. He is worried, exhausted, disheartened. I will find you, my love. Let's see what the next one does. This island is dangerous. Maybe it's because I haven't spent as much time here as Harry did. Whew, that was quite a hike. I've been seeing these horseshoe-shaped pillars all the way up. Do they mark a path? I'm at the top of the mountain. I can see that giant diamond-shaped thing really close from here. Took me a while to get here, but the views are worth it. These drops of rain are so refreshing. Feels really good. Are these figures singing like a choir? Heavens, looks like a rock slide crushed all the tents. All but one. Dead as a doornail. So I guess you used the notes from the organ and they weren't the right ones.
All right. Can you turn it on, Cass? Please, sir. We should not do this. Not now. Haven't we had enough warnings, Mr. Everhart? What else do we need? Another death? Listen to me. Frank lost his life setting this whole thing up. So we're not going to discuss it anymore. We're going to activate it, period. Is that clear enough for you? coyote. Hey, Ma! Fine, same to you. Please, cast, activate. It's working. Come on. Yes, it's working.
Is there something wrong, Harry?
The ground is shaking. No, no.
No, I can't!
I told you it was off. You damn fool. You're going to kill us all. Turn it off, turn it off.
1, 2, 1, 2, testing. Nope, doesn't work. There are some sort of sound devices built around this amphitheater. I like singing so much. Harry and I often sang together. When my condition got worse, Harry thought it wasn't a good idea to make unnecessary efforts. And we stopped singing. I know it was just for my own good, but my illness caused our whole lives to revolve around it. Oh no! Frank died. So Frank fought in the Great War. Oh, Frank had a daughter named Yvette. I'm so sorry. He was such a talented man, and he seemed to be a good friend of Harry's. They built a turbine to generate electricity under the falling water, but the stream isn't close enough to the wheel. These levers connect those gears to direct the wheel's energy into the turbine. blood-soaked rags. A Bible. It must have belonged to Frank. He thought it was a flesh wound, but it kept getting worse. No power. They didn't accept Frank in the university. They should be ashamed. Did these stone columns just vibrate? Amazing! The hatches are opening. They built all this just with pieces from the beached ship. Frank sure must be a real whiz. They built loudspeakers on top of this tower to reproduce the effect of the organ. Very clever, old pal. Nakal? So this is like Atlantis, but in the Pacific Ocean, right? Harry's convinced the answer to my illness lies inside that temple. No power. His low spirits are... I'm really sorry about Frank. Harry doesn't have many friends. When you finally do get to know him, he's so witty. So for now, the wheel is moving. That was easy. These buttons seem to adjust the amount of energy that goes through the turbine. That should give the turbine some energy. Great! I did it. Now everything should be powered. Oh, what? Did I do something wrong? Come on, work. Come on. Now what? What's happening this time? Where am I? I can feel the fever rising. Oh God, no. My illness. Is it coming back? Was this an ocean? An ocean that dried up? My cane. These really are ancient bones of a very ancient. Hair so dry. I need to find water. My bed. Another memory of my illness. I'd better find some shade before I dry right up. The horseshoe-shaped pillar. And that diamond shape again. I can't take much more of this. I feel woozy. Is that a house? That's not a house. That's our house in Englewood. Am I dreaming? Or am I just losing my mind? Harry? Are you home? That's our mailbox, too. I miss you so much, old pal. A picnic with Harry's brother and sisters. I started wearing gloves shortly after that day. I am definitely losing my mind. I don't understand what is happening, Harry. Are you... the Everhart twosome? What a duo. Harry gave me this necklace after one of his scavenger hunts. It's a photo of my mother and me. She had just gotten worse from her illness. The happiest day of my life. My mother's music box. Yet again. Cousin Robert? But I don't have any cousins. What a sweet melody. What was that? Another vivid dream? And my music box again, but it wasn't broken anymore. And what a catchy tune. These drops of rain are so refreshing. Feels really good. I haven't sung since I got sick, but let's give it a shot. Was quite a show. This feels like hallowed ground. Are they bathing him in black ooze? His hands are changing, like in my dream. Look at those spots. They look like mine. Now he's some sort of man-fish? Fish of every size and shape. A giant fish head made of stone. This looks like the same kind of elevator that was in the campsite. These patterns look too familiar. She sounds worried for him, I think. Where is this taking me? Looks like I'm inside the giant fish head that I saw from below. It's amazing how words and symbols can keep their meaning after thousands of years. Complex pattern. Harry marked this symbol for a reason. I'd better write it down. This is the right combination. This one was really hard to figure out. Good job, Harry. John McCormack's Dear Old Pal of Mine? Our favorite song.
My dear old pal, Nora. I wish I could write something else, but a long time ago I promised you I would never lie to you. So here goes. There is no cure for your illness. What you carry in your blood is changing you. and it will keep changing you until it's done, whatever that means. There is nothing we can do to stop it. My dear old pal, my partner, the love of my life, I am so sorry. I've made so many mistakes. All those deaths because of me. Frank, DeWitt, Roy, all for nothing. Maybe Tihого is right. Maybe we can return to the beach and build a raft to get back to Papeete. Maybe in less than a month, I could be back.
There's no cure? But he didn't finish the letter. What did you do, Harry? Where are you? I know for sure that you didn't go back home, so what? What do I do now? Are you still on the island?
Well, this one was easy, I
have to
think.
find you. It appears Harry didn't advance any further. Those are drums of some sort. Nora, you idiot, just follow the sequence. Wrong. Let's try again. Wrong. Let's try again. Wrong. Let's try again. Never ceases to amaze. Harry said it didn't work for him, so it shouldn't work for me either. Unless there's something different about my hand. Anyway, Nora, you know what you've got to do. My hands. Look at my hands. This is definitely not a dream. And I'm starting to doubt the others were dreams too. I should be scared, but it's hard to explain what I feel, but it isn't fear. Not a bit. It's hard for me to understand how these gates work. What happens every time I cross one of them? Am I two people and just another one of those gates? Like the one I saw in the temple? back to being me. Another panel of this strange technology. What's it for? Something related to the currents? Wow. The island is pierced by underground currents. That architecture again. Where is this gate going to lead me now? What a quiet and peculiar place. Although they are the same style, these huts are much simpler than the magnificent architecture I've seen up to now. Whoever the inhabitants were, they were living here against their will. Someone vandalized this mural. Some hands look human, but others are amphibian hands. Black blood in eyes, like in the well. How can I explain what's happening to me? What is the meaning of all this? God's blood, transformation, eternal life. I feel like I'm going through what was written in that inscription.
Some slaves die, some slaves now water animal.
Water animal. Is that what I am now? Is that black blood the same thing as the black ooze? I wonder who used to live here. It seems it was abandoned ages ago. I understood that. Slaves and masters and... Nicole. Wasn't Nicole in the notes? Who made these marks? They look quite old. There are some hand marks made with pigments. I wonder if they mean something. I better draw them just in case. Who made these marks? They look quite old. This civilization used these devices to raise and lower the water level. It's impressive. This panel is broken. I'll have to find another way to go through. They rebelled against their masters. The slaves seemed to worship two gods. Different types of creatures of the same species lived here, but they weren't free. This drain controls the water level. What a cleverly conceived system. The sunken continent. Was that their punishment? So these creatures are immortal? This looks like an altar dedicated to two figures. I can hear them talking to me. kept me from being happy. What I feel now is the complete opposite of being sick. I feel full of life and energy, even better than before my illness. Now the water level is really low, so I can access that tunnel. These creatures lived like slaves, all their lives imprisoned and tortured in this place. Was it possible to live a decent life in here? If you've lived all your life in a prison, how would you know that you are a prisoner? Now I can enter this tunnel. Strong. I wonder where it will take me. That was quite a ride, but it's over now. That ladder. Someone set up camp in here. What is this? This... Oh my god. Did I almost forget about Harry? Oh dear, poor people. A sanctuary. Harry, was that where you went? Somebody...
My dear old pal. It's only Cass and me now. I have much to thank her for, even if our friendship is worn thin due to hunger and fatigue. If she hadn't insisted so much, we'd never have convinced Aotearoa. He guided us as we followed the river down from the mountain peak. And that's how we found this entrance. And the mural. Maybe I can't undo what's happening to you, Nora, but I think I can try to become like you. The original inhabitants of this island took slaves to a sanctuary. And there, they performed a ritual. Aotearoa said the ritual was madness, and he didn't want any part of it. He and Cass argued, violently. When we woke up the next morning, he had left. I know it sounds strange, but you have to trust me, my love. I know this is going to work, and we can be together. You understand what that means, don't you, Nora? We have a second chance. With more love than ever, Harry.
Harry? What ritual are you talking about? Why on earth would you want to become like me? Please don't be a fool. You don't even know if that ritual of yours is going to work. She doesn't seem to care much about Harry. And she doesn't seem to be thinking straight either. Harry, that look on your face. You look deranged. They seem to loathe each other. The sun is setting. It is so beautiful. Looks like a means of transportation to get to that sanctuary. Seems to show two possible courses of action. One means transformation, and the other means death? This panel looks different from the others. It's much more elaborate. This must be my transportation to the sanctuary. So this boat will take me to the sanctuary. It all makes sense. Nothing bad is going to happen to me here, as menacing as this place might look. The island, the ooze, those sea creatures. They're just defending themselves, like a wild animal against an unknown threat. That's how they perceived the expedition, like a threat. But I, on the other hand, I wasn't a threat. And I definitely wasn't unknown, was I? They seemed to recognize me, as if I was one of their own. Everything seems so distant now, as if I first stepped on that white beach thousands of years ago. A full moon? It can't be. Yesterday was a new moon. Did I lose track of time, or... Maybe this place isn't subject to the laws of physics. That's the only explanation I can find for this surreal night. It's hard to believe everything is real. Maybe it isn't. Maybe I'll open my eyes sometime and I'll be back in our home in Inglewood and everything will be as before. My perfectly ordinary life with Harry. My daily routines. My illness. That will be as before too. And then I'll need to shake off this strange feeling that I have now. Feeling that I don't really belong there anymore. And with there, I don't mean Englewood, or Boston, or Newburyport. I mean... How is it possible that the strange events of only 2 days on this island makes more sense to me than the life that I've been living for years? There it is. The sanctuary. So is this where you went, Harry? Was this your last stop? So I have to put my hand inside? hammer. It must be Cassandra's. Harry asleep in his tent. What a creepy photograph. Oh my, she sounds completely out of her mind. Let's give it a try. Ouch! Oh! Ah! What was that? Looks like a tattoo, but it isn't. Those are my spots. They've moved. My God, this syringe has traces of black ooze. What the hell were you thinking? Black ooze on a petri dish. These patterns look too familiar. There are drops of dried blood inside this altar. Another camp. Although it's little more than a few things scattered about.
My dear old pal. I never should have trusted Cass. I thought she cared about you, but she's just mad, obsessed with this place. I can't trust her to help me overcome the last obstacle. This door. I know how to open it. But what I have to do is mix my blood with the black ooze. Am I mad for even considering that? It's the only way we can be together. It has to work, right? All this can't be a coincidence. The ritual is made for the two of us, isn't it, Nora? I wish you could be here to... Damn it. I have to think it over. I can't. Tomorrow. Leave it for tomorrow, damn it. Stop writing.
What are you saying, Harry? Don't you see what the black ooze does, what it did to the doctor? Are you out of your mind? A library? What are you talking about, Harry? Was the blood of these creatures some sort of catalyst? Heavens, this dagger looks exactly like the one I have. I really hope this works. If he's behind that door, I wonder which Harry I'll find. How much would be left of the man I love? And how much of the man who has lost his sanity in this place? Different doors with different symbols. All these papers are riddled with incoherent doodles. I wonder what this means. Those stone statues seem to rotate with this switch. An eye and a star. Look at the stars, maybe. Are aligned, forming a constellation that I don't recognize. That is not the same sky you can see from Earth. And if that's not the Earth's sky, where am I now? Circular stones with strange carved symbols. These icons on the wheel are the same as the constellations I have in my hand. Circular stones with these icons on the wheel are the same as the constellations I have in my hand. They took them to a throne room. That was the final. What an odd structure. Riddled with nooks and crannies and endless stairways. Maybe it only hurts the first time. Ah! I hope this is worth it. When I arrived on this island, I felt like I was trespassing. But now, I feel like this is where I belong. I think I can feel the agony of the slaves, their suffering, and the effects of their transformation. It's horrifying. Black and white figures. Good doggies, or dragons, whatever you are. Come on. One more time. Ow! That hurt! Again. This place is like a labyrinth. They were submerged in black ichor. Harry seems to be on the brink of madness. But I don't feel the slightest hint of confusion. On the contrary, I feel my mind is more focused than ever. Again? Seriously? All the doors are open, but where is the constellation I need to open the throne room? Another one of those gates. I have to get into the water again. Come on. One more time. Ow! That hurt! Again. I can feel the torment of the thousands of slaves who perished here. The door to the sanctuary's open. It's time to find out what's waiting for me inside. There's something written on the floor. With blood. Fall... Haven't I heard that word in my dreams? Disturbing mirror. Is it made of black ichor? I feel like it is speaking to me. Oh, heavens! My God. Nothing that happens here appears to respect the most basic rules of physics. However, as strange as it may be, it does maintain a peculiar harmony. Workings of a clock, or a music box. Harry, is that you? No, 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 no! Don't tell me this is you, Harry. It can't be you. It can't be. Why did you do it? Oh my God, Harry, no! In the end, you performed the ritual. You poor fool. But why? I don't understand it. Why? You knew it. You knew it wasn't going to work. You knew the ritual wasn't going to work. That's why you never sat on the throne. You didn't even perform the ritual, did you, Harry? But you wanted me to think that you had. You even left a lure to confuse me. But why? What really happened? The only person with you in that sanctuary beach was Cassandra. So if you didn't die, it had to be her. Did she use the dagger to open the gates and carry out the ritual? You tried to stop her, but it was too late. She shot you with your own gun and left you for dead, didn't she, Harry? Because Cassandra was ambitious and would stop at nothing to uncover the secrets here. The island fueled that hunger for knowledge. You had doubts about whether the ritual would work. But what happened to Cassandra cleared up those doubts. The ritual wasn't for people like you. The ritual was only for people like me, but you refused to believe it until the island itself spoke directly to you. Haha Falgafen. She is our daughter. That's when you finally understood. You understood what my fate would be if I didn't come here and carry out the ritual. A slow and painful death. So you faked your own death and left your glasses near Cassandra's corpse. Those same glasses you never take off. And you sent me the package from Tahiti, Harry. Your picture, the key, the dagger. Another one of your scavenger hunts. And I took the bait. You made me come to this island, the same island where you almost lost your mind and your life. The same island where 4 members of your expedition perished. Why did you deceive me, Harry? You said you would never lie to me. Why didn't you tell me the truth? Why did you do this to me? Because you knew that I would never accept my fate if it meant leaving you. Right, my love? Not even if staying with you would mean a slow and painful death. So the only way to get me to leave you was to make me believe you were dead. And you chose to live a life without me, so I could be who I really am. That's why you tried to deceive me. But I know you too well, my dear old pal. We've had so many years together, so many moments of love, happiness, understanding, friendship. A whole beautiful life with you. I know what you tried to do, but I can't let you make this decision for me, Harry. Either I embrace my fate and accept what I've always been, and leave you behind, or I reject it and return home with you to relish the time that my illness gives us. It's my decision to make. We had a really good life. But that's not my life anymore, is it, Harry? Not after what I've been through on this island. Not after all I've found out about myself. I can't fool myself anymore. I have to accept what I truly am and leave you behind. I'm going back home. What a lovely melody. I don't believe I've ever heard more than a few notes. Until now. For years I thought I was sick. But the truth is, I was homesick. My poor health, the pain, the suffering. It was all because of how far I was from here. Everything seems so far away now. No trace of pain, no trace of sickness. Nothing besides this place. It's so pleasant to forget everything else. Nothing matters anymore. I'm finally one of the thousands of minds connected to the ichor. Connected with the Elder God. Goodbye, Harry.
Nora.
I love you, Nora.
And I love you, Harry.
Even today, so many years later, I still doubt whether I did the right thing. I lied to you for the first and last time. And even if it was to free you from pain, suffering, and death, I deceived you. But I've paid such a high price for my deceit, Nora. Fate has punished me with a long and sorrowful life, with no other incentive than my work. Because that is the only thing I have now, my dear old pal.